Hello and welcome to this channel. I am the Eradicator, and before we get started, first things first, well, Happy New Year everyone. I hope you all had some amazing holidays and that everyone starts 2019 with fully loaded batteries. As far as I'm concerned, I cannot wait to see what 2019 has in store for us, especially Star Citizen. I really believe the game will get deeper and more addictive, and you can count on me to report anything worthy of interest regarding Star Citizen this year. Well, that's one of the evolution you will witness over the coming month on this channel, definitely. Now, also, if you want to see some more of Star Citizen content, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and please like this video or any of my other videos. That really helps this channel grow. Now, with that being said, 3.4 and now 3.4.1 have been released before Christmas, and because I was on vacation on the other side of the world, I could not report about it. But here we go, guys. This is my full review of the 3.4.x update. I'll be discussing changes related to player experience, and then I will review all of its roadmap features before giving it a score. Well, let's go, right? So I got a couple of footage I got here. So the first thing I have to mention is the creation process, and at last, lightning has been fixed and we can now fully appreciate how our player character is going to look like in the game. This is not really a game-changing element of this update, but at last we are starting, at least we are starting on a high note, and as I was discovering this pleasant surprise, I was really hopeful for the rest, as I was rather displeased with the previous patch 3.3.7 because of its countless bugs. I felt the previous series 3.3.5 to 3.3.7 was a step back compared to 3.3.0, and seeing they cared fixing this step gave me high hopes for the rest. There you go, the Eradicator, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one of the first things many players do when they join the game is to look for new missions, and I was also very pleased to see that there is now a lot more than before. And the icing on the cake, they now pay much more. This is something backers have been requesting for a while, especially after ships became available for purchase in this game, and it really feels good to see that even the most basic missions, such as the Kovalex investigation mission, now pays a decent amount worthy of our time. There are also quite a few interplanetary missions now between Crusader and Hurston that pay, about 4,000 Alpha UEC, and FPS missions that can pay up to 8,000 Alpha UEC. It really feels good to see that dealing drug is no longer the only fun way to make some cash, and encouraging players to do more fun activities is definitely a move towards the right decision, from CIG. As you can see in this footage, the new Shipjacker series of armor has been added to the game. It is always nice to see some diversity elements, and I was happy to immediately see players wearing these outfits. Now let's have a closer look without bothering him too much, shall we? Another expected improvement is the fact that delivery missions from and to rest stops. Oh no, that's the what's that? That's the wrong one. I'll talk about delivery missions later. This is actually sorry about it. This is footage of bounty hunting missions, and one of the things that they've implemented in the game was better combat, ship-to-ship combat, and this is what I'm going to show you here, as I am going to neutralize this bounty. Before, in the previous patches, ships were a bit, how can I say, steady, that they were sitting stuff, so they were not moving so much. This is a little tougher of a fight. Now, of course, this NPC did not attack me so much for reasons that I don't know yet. I guess I was struggling a bit. Yeah, he was moving back and forth, and you can see my shields are basically being left intact, which is not the case for his ships. But at least they are moving. There's more interaction, I would say. I'll let you enjoy the fight. Also, they've decided to increase the amount it takes the amount of time it takes to destroy the ship. So you would not see things like in the previous videos where I was destroying ships in 30 seconds. This is not happening in this patch. It takes a little bit more time, but at least we are enjoying the sound of our weapons and also the fights we're putting. You can also see the ship information in our panels, which is nice. It's not just the UI; it's also in the ship panels. That's a little touch of immersion that is really appreciable.
You're just making me angrier.
Taking this bounty, destroying this bounty took me about 4 minutes, so yeah, it took some time. This is the only fight you will see in this video. I just wanted to show you, in real time how it looks like. Oh, I was attacked. Actually, I don't have any shields in the back. He fired a missile, which is something that did not happen in the previous patches, but fortunately my shields regenerated pretty quickly. Actually, I was trying to shoot missiles, but for some reasons it didn't work. I guess I didn't have any missiles. I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. So yes, as you can see, I'm in the dark side of Yella, so I've turned on my lights just to make sure I won't crush any destroyers. I think this is gonna be it here. His engines are not working anymore. That should be all for the kill. There you go. That's it. So yeah, the target was moving a bit more, was not as steady as it was before, and it was definitely a more enjoyable fight. I had another one after, and it was pretty much the same. But here, again, a notable improvement in this patch. Now, we're going to talk about delivery missions right after. Alright, so here we go. Another expected improvement is the fact that delivery missions from and to rest stops now appear to be working properly. The patch notes do say that admins are fully functioning, but I have only been able to interact with these drop boxes so far. If you have managed to properly interact with these guys, please let me know in the comments below. So far I have not, but it has not affected my gameplay experience. And there we go, complete. I'm gonna get the money. But this guy, I haven't talked to him yet, and I haven't been able to give him anything. Now, interaction with objects has also been polished. Chris often says that he wants Star Citizen to be a living, breathing universe, and being able to interact with as many objects as possible within the game, not just delivery boxes, will greatly contribute to that endeavor. As far as we see here in the Lorville hubs, more objects are now available for us to carry, inspect, or just drop. The interactions and placements are smoother, and I can go as far as cleaning up this table if I desire so. Not that useful, but definitely cool. I can envision myself cleaning up my ship during long quantum drive travel between planets. There you go, that looks a bit better now. But the gameplay element people were looking forward to the most is without a doubt Lorville's business district, and especially the Houston Dynamics headquarters. The area is basically an ecosystem within the city's ecosystem. Access can only be done through the industrial line at Livingston Station, the other line linking the CBD to the spaceport being not implemented yet, which is something I don't understand why. Upon departing from the metro, you will encounter different NPCs as well as more upscale material only available at that location. Quite frankly, this is one of the most visually dazzling places in the game so far, and it really feels like getting to the Houston Dynamics HQ is a meaningful event within your Star Citizen journey. I also wanted to report that the frame rate is very satisfying on my mid-level rig. I'm running the game in high and I have between 40 to 60 frames per second all over Lorville, the lowest being at the spaceport and in the hubs. Now we're gonna go check out the transfers, which is definitely one of the most interesting places in the CBD. I like all these texts that they've added. It really feels like you are in a special place and adds to the lore at the same time. There was a funny typo. I don't know if they fixed that before. I really also hope that one day these screens are going to be meaningful. But anyway, right here you are going to talk to one of the new mission givers.
My name's Constantine Hurston. I'm a junior outsourcing agent with Houston Dynamics. I've been assigned to handle your contracting file.
Yeah, he does sound pretty young, actually. That's what we're here for. Please do.
Seems we have a contract available.
That did look like a fake cheesy smile on purpose.
Have a look.
That's really funny because he really looks super young. But yeah, there's not just him. There's also Wallace Klimt. If you go to Levski, it's great to have these new NPCs giving extra flavor and new missions that were not available before. Really good job here. I wish we had more lawful mission giver NPCs like this one. But I'm always all for more diversity and more gameplay elements. So again, CIG, good job here. Maybe not necessary at this point, but we're not going to spit in the soup, as we would say here.
Drivers here.
That was a fun one. Alright, well, now that was what I had to report about the good parts of this patch. Unfortunately, we also need to cover some of the less good parts. Alright, here we go. So, when pressing F2 on board of the ship, the map does not always appear and seems to be bugged. This is a bug we've had for a long time, and sadly it still appears in this patch. It takes several attempts to finally have access to it, and of course, the objective is to make it always work. Note that it works better than before, as it used to be impossible to look at the map while piloting the Cutlass. I've also encountered a new bug, which I'm going to report. While taking off the rest stops with a freelancer, my thrusters were not responding. I tried several known workarounds such as cutting power and flag rating again, but none were working. I also had the thruster. It seemed that there was a problem with the thruster indicator, but anyway, maybe that was the reason for the bug. Also, some mission markers seems to be malfunctioning again, as this footage shows you. I had a bounty hunting mission following the successful previous mission. The target is nowhere to be found in the heads-up display, nor does it appear in the map, which is working this time. I tried it several times, including untracking and tracking the mission again, which sometimes worked, but this time I couldn't get the mission marker to appear. Note that the missing mission marker bug did not appear in any of the delivery and pickup missions. I So I think that's actually quite an improvement, but still has not disappeared. I also got stuck in an elevator, and this time in Lorville. This happened to me in Levski before, but it's the first time it happened to me here. And this one was rather embarrassing because I was doing a delivery mission to Gate 1. I tried many possible workarounds, including dropping the package I was carrying, but none of these were working. Worse, the mission eventually withdrew on its own, adding insult to injury and making me quitting the game out of rage. And finally, the last piece of footage I have for you here is the classic missing heads-up display. This one happened to me while I was piloting the Constellation, and it was a real pain to deal with, as always. The most annoying part was when, you don't know at which speed you are moving at, especially when you are making an approach to a station. Here I'm just trying to use the content drive, which has audio cues that can help me tell which step is it at, but it's still far from being optimal at this stage. Yeah, so overall, here are a few marks that I'm giving to this patch. So I would say that probably bug fixes, I would give it a 6 out of 10. A lot of bugs have been fixed. Some missions that were really hard to do, like delivery missions, now are working properly. So do combat missions. So that's really nice. But we're still encountering some bugs that have not been fixed and that are going to really improve our quality of life once they do. So just a 6 out of 10. Game-changing elements, well, this patch, it's not like, it has something new like object container streaming or gas cloud tag or whatever, so just a 3 out of 10. Quality of life improvements, giving it a 7 out of 10 here. The game is more enjoyable than it used to be in the previous patches, but it's still not perfect, and that's why it gets a 7. Overall quality, I am quite disappointed with some of the bugs that still remain, and I wish that they had worked on these, so I'm giving a 5 out of 10. Now we're going to move on to the changes from the roadmap. And here we are going to deal with the characters. So a couple of new characters here, 3 new characters. Konstantin Hurston, really nice. I tried it several times, and yeah, the mission he gives are very entertaining and give a lot of money, and also the voice acting is pretty decent. Wallace claimed. It's actually great if you have an Aurora, you want to do a couple of drug missions. You can actually pilot an Aurora with the packages that he lets you deliver, so that's pretty nice. And the shipjacker armor, well, it's always nice to have some more diversity. So I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. Then the locations, the Lorville Business District, we've already seen it. Well, actually was supposed to be in the previous patch. It looks pretty nice. I like this feeling of grandeur when we go there. But unfortunately, that's all we get here as part of those locations. So I'm just giving it a 7 out of 10 for the high quality of the new place that was delivered. AI, so smooth locomotion improvement. As you have seen in my previous videos, especially when I was in the PDU, and you can also see that in more recent videos. For example, Bold Gamer released a new video today where he shows what the FPS missions on the Hurston look like, and it looks kind of terrible. So no, it's not smooth and it doesn't work. I'm giving CIG a 2 out of 10 because I'm being nice, but quite frankly, this deserved a 0. Gameplay elements, mining improvements. I haven't tried mining except in the PDU, but I haven't noticed any changes, to be honest. Maybe they're subtle. I don't know. Ship rental, that's really nice because before when you had to buy elements for your ships, components, and when you were dying, you would just lose them. So that's really this really was a big loss. If you rent them, you are losing much less money, and that's much better. Voice over IP, face over IP, whatever. I don't think that this is a priority right now, but they still decided to work on that. Okay, good, but I would not have spent resources on that if I were them. Player interaction improvements, same, not really necessary. I mean, it's nice, but we could have waited. Same for scramble races. I mean, I'm not really interested into scramble races. I don't know people who race a lot. When I try to race, there's no one around, so I guess it's not that popular. What else do we have? Oh yeah, delivery missions, that works well. So this is going to give some points. And quantum travel improvements, I haven't noted any significant changes here, so I'm giving that a 4 out of 10. Ships and vehicles. The only new ship we have here is the Hulk. I was looking for the name. Is the Hulk. Everything else are just variants or new modules. So I'm only giving it a 5 out of 10 because finally we're getting the freelancer variants. And it's great for those who own a Hulk to have their ship, but nothing groundbreaking here. Weapons and items, well, a few guns, that's great, but that's really not a lot, and I give it an NA, not available. I decided not to rank anything here. Finally, we have the core tech. Videocom improvement, I've really noticed some really decent changes here. And also performance optimization is really working quite well. I didn't have any FPS drops or any stuttering, so I'm giving this another 8 out of 10. And the total score, so that means an average for features of 6 out of 10. And the total score, I mean an average of these 5 elements here, is 5.4 out of 10. Not a fantastic update. It brings some quality of life improvements, but quite lackluster compared to what we have before and what hopefully we're going to have in the next update. So a transitory update. But I'm really looking forward to 3.5. In the meantime, 3.4 is quite playable, and I suggest everyone joins the party for more fun. Now, again, if you are new to Star Citizen, please consider taking this code for referral. This is going to give you 5,000 Alpha UEC. All you need to do is to create an account, put in the code, and you are going to have a nice little Kickstarter for your start of your Star Citizen experience. As always, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, and please subscribe for future Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator, and I am signing out.